Feature Friday.
The freshest.
This video has been making the rounds, and we've been getting tagged on it a lot.
Yes.
The thumbnail is like they hit a F5, and I'm not surprised because Chloe Redondo is actually no joke. I didn't know actually that she was in Philippines Idol 2022.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, and actually Fatima as well. She auditions.
I think so.
I think so.
And now obviously they're mateys and whatever, and they're out here just singing in the couch as you do, hanging out with the family.
Thing.
Oh, what a song!
Okay.
I swear that YouTube channel where you get the Tagalog covers, it's the most popular
Yes.
YouTube channel I've ever heard.
Also, they have a good mic.
It's one of these.
That's pretty cool. You go, girls. Eat your thing.
Literally, that's
yes.
the energy right there, dude. Because
That's
everyone's
sexy.
like on their phones, you're sort of chilling. Because again, this is fairly normal, and I'm sure if you're surrounded by them,
No, you're probably thinking of what you're gonna sing. Because they're already queuing, right?
probably.
It's like,
That's kind of tough though. If Fatima
what am
or-
I gonna sing?
if Chloe Redondo is going before you, you're screwed. It doesn't matter what you choose, mate. You're gonna lose.
Yeah. But the titas and titos know what is that.
Big track. I love this track. Yeah, they're good, man.
Nice. Good work, ladies.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Yes. I'm the tias. I'm the titos and titas. Go back.
Oh my god, bro.
lungs.
They look
Lungs,
so
bro.
tiny and skinny and small, but they're fucking lungs
Do
on these
not be
people.
fooled. Do not be fooled by them looks. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about freaking
Yeah, that's like top
hypes,
notch.
bro.
That's like top notch.
Also, yeah, I know that they sing often, and you can. TikTok is literally their playground, right?
TikTok in the Philippines is very different. To
both
like,
Fatima and Chloe, they hang out together. They do covers for fun. They do the lols. They do the rounds.
Yep.
So they understand each other really well, and it really translates in this kind of like environments where you of course, the song is known to them. They're very familiar with the tracks.
They're comfortable.
This is really easy, but I love the fact that they have enough communication to know, oh, this is a harmony part, and
I just
this
think
is
they know
something we want to
themselves.
do, and I like that.
Yeah, I just think they know each other so well, and they
Correct,
sort of hang around so much, probably, and they've sang together so much. And most importantly, I think culturally, it's just so normal. So that song it's not a duet song, but people love to sing it as a duet song, and the arrangements are so well known. But the weird bit about it that I think like it is very advantageous, and we've said this plenty of times. I think it's very advantageous for girls around that age, like the Fatimas, the Chloes. They're young, women that are trying to develop into the artistic world and the singing world. That's like such a good way to keep yourself in shape.
Totally.
In singing shape. It's like the gym.
Also, because it's not only that you are singing and you're keeping yourself warm, but you're also putting yourself in really uncomfortable positions and circumstances that I know this is normal in the Philippines. I know. We've talked about this. But it still, from a professional standpoint, this is actually really good for your artistic development, not only because you are discovering how to deliver under pressure, but you're also understanding how the crowd reaction and what works and what doesn't, and how you can manage the circumstances to your favor. And that's why I believe that the professional singers in the Philippines are so elite. They have conquered a lot of the things that Western artists have to learn on the go, have to learn whilst they've already debuted as soloists. And I think they've got a rhythm of work that is a little bit more complicated to get by.
Look, this is how unfathomable it would be for a Filipino unfathomable for a Filipino artist to think like this. So there was a Western artist, I won't say the name, but they were quite new. Actually, I will say the name. It was Bryson Tiller. Because I'm a big fan of him.
I was enjoying trying to figure out who you're talking about.
It's Bryson Tiller. Okay. He has his debut album, and it's a very, 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 very popular album called Trap Soul. It goes super viral.
Everybody knows it.
He had the exposure to him singing in public up until that point with a microphone was singing in his family member's party and getting booed. And then he never picked up a mic publicly again. And this is a story told by him. He then had a #1 and a best-selling album on billboards. He sold millions of copies of this, and the song Don't became an absolute hit. And as a project, which then is very rare when you have a super viral song, the whole project translates that well. It did. So he's done something unheard of. Platinum, gold, fucking I don't know how many diamond or whatever the hell he went. Insane. Up until that point in his career, his live music experience was singing at this like family member's party and having a super negative experience and never picking up the mic again. His next experience was singing at an award show in front of some of the world's best musicians.
That stuff is straight out of nightmares. That's straight out of nightmares, bro.
His next
trauma.
His next exposure to the live music scene was touring, doing clubs, doing small venues, doing bigger venues. And now he's returned because he took a very long time off. He also wanted to finish his education and things like that. There was also plenty of things along the ways, problems with labels, masters, blah, 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 as you can imagine. But he's primarily a studio artist, not a live music artist. Now he's trying to do his evolution, and he's actually coming here to London, selling out 15,000. Like the guys had to add like 3 dates because he's a damn popular artist, very popular in this new modern tech forward, studio forward world that we live in. Could he be a decent singer? I'm sure with the right coaching, you take your right time, he has the hits, but he's doing it backwards.
But imagine having to go through that.
No, but imagine I told you this was a Filipino artist. You wouldn't believe me. That's like, what the fuck? Bro's never sang in his Tito's wedding. Bro's never sang at this best friends karaoke contest. Bro's never done a singing competition. He's not from here, mate. And so culturally, there's specific parts of the world that have these huge advantages. Mm-hmm. And I think, again, if the Philippines and the market gets it together in terms of original work, right, there's some really popular bands right now in the Philippines that if you look at their streaming numbers, you look at the tickets they're selling, that's damn impressive. That's really, really good. What they must figure out now as labels and as, publicists, teams, managerial stuff is how do you make some hits that break through sort of just not the Filipino market, but you can sell tickets at worldwide, and you can even focus just in Asia to begin with. Why not? Go sell tickets in Indonesia, in Japan, in Korea, in China, in Singapore. Mm-hmm. There's markets, Malaysia, and then after that, we'll try Europe. You know what I mean? But when you try to go to Europe, it's the same way when you went to Indonesia and when you went to Malaysia and Singapore, you were selling tickets to Malaysians, Indonesians crowd, not just people who are of the same demographic that live in these places. And because obviously that's fine, that's a good market to have. But if you go to France, you want to be seen by French people. Yeah. If you go to the UK, you want to be seen by the Brits. The US, you want to be seen by the US market. So right now, what seems to be happening a lot with a lot of industries, this isn't just the Filipino music industry. It's you have acts, right? It's to say they're from Asia, anywhere in Asia. You have acts, and then they bring those acts here to the West, and then people that are from that country in Asia are the ones that are going to watch the artist. So what ends up happening is, yes, the event sells out well, or maybe it doesn't, whatever, but the stock value and the market that they were trying to capture, they never really had a chance, because the only demographic that they were attracting was their own demographic anyways. Not sort of what, and again, this is very difficult and very rare when it happens. When you have a French artist break through like a Lara Fabian, and then all of a sudden Takei, who's super famous in Africa, super famous in France, super famous now here in the UK. You have the Nigerian artists, right? Like the Burna Boys, the Omalays, the Rimas, that were super famous in their countries first, and all of a sudden they're famous in South America, and they're famous in the US and in the UK. This is rare. But there is a blueprint. The best industry that's done this so well is the Nigerian Afrobeat industry. They're the best in the world at it, and the reggaeton artists. Some of the best in the planet at that, because they know if you capture the US, you won. Right? You capture the US, you're going to capture South Korea. You capture US, you're going to capture the UK. And what they do first is, okay, well, let's become fucking big in Brazil. Let's become big in Colombia. Let's become big in Puerto Rico, in Dominican Republic. República Dominicana. You know, let's become big in Mexico, right? And then from Mexico, let's start collaborating with the US. Let's start bringing these fat ass numbers and these ticket sales to the US.
Another example of how incredibly you can cross frontiers is Peso Pluma, right? And he did it with one of the toughest thing, which is like folkloric music from Mexico, right?
Rosalía, another example. Well, what's the name of the Camilo? Pablo Alborán, another good example. Like this. I guess Peso Pluma is a really good example.
Yeah, Peso Pluma is exactly because everybody knows who he is now. It doesn't freaking matter where, you would know who Peso Pluma is. And if you don't, believe me, you do. You know the song.
Tangana, what's the name of the guys?
Tangana?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with them, but I'm obviously I know who they are, and I've sort of followed their marketing and that type of stuff.
So the thing is, to conclude this idea is there is space for everybody in the market, especially in today's society. I think I was listening to a podcast not long ago. I'm not gonna mention who it was, but they were saying how incredibly difficult today's music industry is, and I think I disagree.
Yes,
I disagree because you have more control now thanks to social media than you did 20 years ago, 10 years ago, which I think you just have to take advantage of this. Yeah, everything has these difficulties. Yes, 100%. I agree. 100%. You can cap out in any industry, for sure.
But it's never been easier to break through at, I think. Because
there are tools now.
Because before it was guarded by a specific elite. It still is. There's still, events are only held by a specific group. Labels are only ever, it's always the same labels and the same distributors.
They're goaded for a reason, but I do think artists now have more.
Yeah, you have more access to the market.
Yeah, a plethora of options.
Oh, there's examples of that as well. There's Russell, obviously, he's a very good example of that, and plenty of examples out there that it can be very, you can achieve worldwide level, and it can be profitable, and you can also remain artistically sane. And you can maintain your own value, your own values. Anyways, just some interesting conversations, because this type of videos have always sparked in me just a ton of inspiration and a ton of hope.
Yeah, it's like, where are they going? What's next? That's usually the question.
I don't want Chloe Redondo. I wouldn't want Fatima to just become this, and then because the world deserves to see this talent.
Correct.
The whole world, not just the Philippines, not just Asia, but the whole planet. So, anyways, I guess that's the vision of Feature Friday, but we can only do so much. But anyways, goodbye.